Peace and blessings. Namaste to all light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today. Nah, 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 nah. All right. But today, this is going to be a quick message because I thought I was over this, and apparently I'm not. Okay. I didn't really have plans today. So I was on my way to go and get myself some sushi. I wanted a dragon roll. How befitting, but I wanted a dragon roll, right? And as I was on my way, putting my shoes on and getting things together, all of a sudden I got frozen. All right. Now, those of you who are clairsentient, you know when there's an energy around you because you feel it in your body. Okay. And I told you guys I have trained my body to function as a barometer. So depending on where I feel the energy, I know what type of energy or spirit this is. And I felt it in my solar plexus down here, right? And as I'm feeling it there, I decided to go ahead and tap in, and I realized I'm dealing with a ghost. Okay, I'm dealing with a ghost. Some kind of way this ghost found me. um I'm not sure how, okay, because I know that there was protocols in place and people shouldn't have that amount of access to me. But apparently this ghost has been sent to me. Okay. So now I'm feeling the energy. I'm closing my eyes because it feels like, a little bit of anxiety in my solar plexus here. And so as I'm going through this, I'm realizing there's a male that is has found his way to me and is in my room now. Okay. So I say a prayer, for protection because I don't know that this is what this male wants. So what's going on? So I start to talk to this male. This male tells me, that he came to me because he was afraid. And I'm like, afraid of what? Well, apparently he passed away quite recently. Okay. Not today, but sometime recently. This male passed away and he was a thief. So I asked him, I said, okay, why are you here? Well, he wants to see an audience with the creator, right? So I'm asking, why haven't you gone there? Well, he did not go to the light. So to make a long story short, I'm gonna sum this up real quick. This male, that passed over ghost entity, all right, came to me because apparently he was a thief, stole a huge amount of money from somebody. And I asked him, was that somebody still alive? And he said yes. When I'm trying to find out why he didn't go and cross on over, it was because he died in his belief. Now, this is what I'm telling you guys. This is so serious. He grew up Christian, and he was under the impression that he was going to burn for eternity because he stole this money and never gotten a chance to give it back. So I say to him, I went, okay, is there murder? Did you hurt anybody? What all was involved with it? And I kind of got a review of the case. So I said, fine. Okay, let me stay right there. Let me say a prayer for you. I say a prayer. I call in my chief angels and I call in the creator, right? And I'm telling them what's going on. Well, of course, they already know because they're watching. Right? But for some reason, I feel the need to explain the entire situation. As I'm talking, to the Father, in the prayer, and I'm like, okay, he's seeking amnesty. He wants forgiveness. He wants grace. He stole some money, but, he's crossed over. The person is still alive. He wants to seek an audience with you. My father says, okay, sure. So I go to send him over, okay, and I can feel the energy leaving because I'm thinking that he's gone, right? I go back to go put my shoes back on and I feel it again. Well, guess what? Now it's resonating here and here. Okay, so this is a higher being. I go, take a couple of deep breaths. Sorry, I'm still a little shaken up over it. Take a couple of deep breaths. Go to find out. Well, guess what? My father, okay, decides that I need to be the one to give him a sentence. I said, I don't know what his life was like. Okay, I'm not really prepared to do that. Okay, but the angels are sitting around and they're like, what do you think we should do? Here's what I said. And I want to know if y'all want to agree with me or not. And the reason why, and I'm going to sum this up, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, okay? So I said, I think that what would be fair is that he crosses over, we go ahead and cleanse his energy, purify his light, but he has to come back and serve as a spirit guide to the person that he has stolen that money from until that amount of money is recuperated. Okay, so in other words, he has to come back as a spirit guide. Okay, he has to give her the blessings. He has to open up doors for her or him. Because actually, I don't think I found out exactly who he stole the money from. As a matter of fact, I don't think I asked her or him. You know, to make sure that the doors are open for them to recoup their money. So now the spirit guide has to serve as a blessing for the person that he stole the money from, and that's will be the only way that he will be allowed entrance. So I thought that that was fair, and I go to the father and ask if the father thinks it is fair, and he said he's going to honor it. Why am I bringing this up? Okay, so because many of you have been contacting me about your dream states, right? Some of you are fighting in your dreams, like you're some of you are jumping timelines in your dreams, okay? And some of you are going before councils. I honestly believe that we are being trained at this moment to be these judges. Okay, if you are finding yourself in a dream state or in another dimension, listening to cases, okay, that may not have anything to do with your life. You don't even know these people. You know what I mean? And I think that's being done strategically too, so that we wouldn't have any type of biases going on. But if you're being summoned, okay, to listen to cases, or if you're finding yourself with a lot of paranormal activity, there's another wave of souls that are being cleansed at this time that are going through their ascension. All right. And I know it's going to sound a little off to you guys who, don't do the type of work that I do. But for those of you who do, okay, if you are mystics, readers, things like that of that nature, if you can see past the veil, okay, if you are open to the spirit world, if you have passed your test and you are now being trained for something, keep an eye open again, because I went through this last year where I was sitting on councils and listening to cases and crimes against humanity, for some of our brothers and sisters that are out here or what have you. And some just humans that are transitioning, that die in their belief, don't know what to expect, so they go into hiding. And what I mean by going to hiding is you will see these souls like in abandoned factories, abandoned buildings. Sometimes they stay around the house. Sometimes they hang around the graveyards. All right, these are souls that are refusing to cross over for one reason or another. And mainly what I have discovered is because of fear. Okay, they don't know what to expect when they cross on the other side, and they died in hardcore beliefs. So, if they ran amok and then died suddenly, but grew up in Christian and afraid of hells, okay, then they're not going to go. They're going to try to hang around the earth realm as long as they can, okay? And they're going to attach themselves to humans, all right? They're going to attach themselves to you guys because of the things that they enjoy doing, okay? So, if you have vices, certain foods, certain activities that they are accustomed of doing, they will hang around. On the flip side of that, if you are a light being and you're constantly teaching or expressing or meditating, they hang around you too because they're learning from you. Okay, we still keep thinking, oh, we're learning from the angels and we're learning from the creator, but we're teaching them as well. Okay, not only are we teaching them, but we're also helping them in their ascension. You have to know that this works both ways. The reason why I'm putting this out to you is because some of you are just walking out your human experiences and you have no idea the type of power that you actually hold. Okay, if we are operating as God's ambassadors on this earth realm, then we are his eyes, the eye of Ra. Okay, we are transmitting, we are making judgment calls. If you are called to make a judgment call, you are doing it. Okay, this is because you may have been observed your entire life and how you make righteous decisions. okay, or how you are understanding the reality around you, how you are transmuting thought, how you are making righteous decisions on your everyday life, how you are actually looking. Okay, when I say looking, I mean looking past the now into the future, seeing how your actions can affect something. If you are one of those people that have been considered trustworthy, you're going to start judging, guys, whether you like it or not. Okay? And for the most of us, it's not. Okay? Because we can see in parts, we can prophesy in parts, but everything that's being witnessed from the beginning to the end is being witnessed by the creator. So we don't have all of the information when we're going into this. So I'm sitting there and I got to try to extract as much information as I can from this spiritual ghost. And not only that, but from my family that are outside of the flesh, and try to figure out what the best course of action was to do for this person. Okay. And depending on what you may say is how you are also being graded. So even if this was a real case or a mock case, because sometimes I think that they're doing that too. Okay, like they're putting us in certain scenarios to witness certain things, and they're trying to gauge how you respond to those situations. Okay, even those of you who have been victims of, harassment, cyberbullying, gossip, any, if you have been a target, how you are responding to that. Okay, how do you respond when you have enemies? Are you going out your way to target them now or to make them look bad? No. If you're going about your everyday life and you're giving pity, because we know people don't know what they do. They don't. They don't. Okay. Some people know how to act accordingly, and some people just only know how to function with reaction. So when they have these reactions, you might act out of character. Now, if you're around somebody that's acting out of character, how are you going to respond to them? So what I found out is a lot of times we are getting these cases being presented to us to see exactly what our judgment would be. We are literally, guys, co-creating. I'm telling you, okay? And the more of action that you put yourself into, the more things you are personally getting involved in, the more advocacy that you are, sorry guys, the more you're advocating for like the right things to do and etc., the easier it becomes that you are trusted now by the divine. And sometimes they will bring ghosts to you. So it looks like we're getting ready to do another rave. Okay. I went through this in like 2021 for a certain period of time, maybe about 6 months. I went through it in 2022, but it was only like, I don't know, 3 or 4. It wasn't that big. But now they're starting to come again. All right. So we're going through the second wave of purification. Those of you who are psychic, those of you who are mystics, those of you who are shamans, prepare yourself. That's all I want to say. And I'm going to go and eat my sushi, but I want to let you know, prepare yourself because it's coming again. I'm glad when this all be over. Okay? I'm glad when this is all over. But I got to document this in the book as well. And this is a video documentation. So this will be on the books as well. Prepare yourself, guys. If you've been making righteous decisions on this round, you will be making righteous decisions on behalf of others as well. All right? So keep your mind pure. Keep your heart pure. Keep your intentions pure. Enjoy your day. Go eat you some sushi or whatever it is that you want. Go to a movie. Go enjoy yourself, okay? And just be that powerhouse in the world. So when people experience you, you never know when you're going to make their day too. Okay? Happy Independence Day. I am Sophie. I love you all. Bye.